I don't like this. Give me something else.
Hi everyone, I am Rachel and I'm from the United States.
And I'm Lasse from Germany. We are talking all about cultural differences and how our relationship is affected by us being from two different countries.
So we thought that we should make a video about the top cultural differences we noticed between the USA and Germany. The first cultural difference that we are going to mention today are rules.
When there's a rule in Germany, we say there's a good reason for that rule to exist, and so we follow that rule. A great example for that is walking over the street while being a red light. You would not see a German crossing over the street while a red light. And if you do, you better watch out for the German grandmas.
Yeah, that's like always what I heard before I went to Germany, is that German grandmas are watching you to see that you won't cross the street when it's red. In America, obviously it's not like, yeah, go do it, but it's not as frowned upon. Like if you can get across safely.
In Germany, it's a lot about being a good role model to other people, and so especially when children are around, people are really concerned on not showing the children wrong behavior and dangerous behavior for the kids. So you do it right and hope that the rest of the people will do it correctly as well. The second rule where I believe Germans care deeply about, and in the United States I was shocked on how little people care about it, is recycling. When I came to the US the first time, people were just throwing all kinds of trash in one trash can and then throw it away. I was like, what's going on?
That is a huge thing in Europe, I guess as a whole, and specifically Germany. They take recycling very serious. There's compost, different types of recycling, trash. Whereas in America, you recycle everything into one container, or you throw everything away. Like there's not a whole lot of knowledge or thought, I guess, behind recycling.
It makes sense though to recycle because it really affects how the materials are getting used again, and so I think that's great that Germany has that system.
I agree. I think America should be more educated on recycling.
In Germany, cash is king. That has been changing a little bit with coronavirus, but still, people are paying a lot cash in smaller purchases than they do in the United States.
Yeah, cash is not really seen that much anymore in the United States. If you have a purchase for like $1, you still put it on the credit card. Like nobody has cash.
I feel with what it's going to is that all the countries are adopting that system, and like I said, I see that coming in Germany more as well, because you just have your phone or the one card and you can pay everything with it versus always having your wallet and potentially losing coins or anything else. And so it just makes a lot of sense. It's very easy to handle it.
The next cultural difference that we have noticed is the straightforwardness of Germans compared to Americans.
There's this word sugarcoating, which I never heard of before, but then I came to US and I realized what it means.
Yeah, sugarcoating is you're telling someone something that might not be the nicest, but you say it in a way that doesn't feel as hurtful. And I just feel like Germans you ask their opinion and bam, like you get their opinion.
A great example for that is a good friend of our family. I once asked him about his opinion. He looked at it for a second and he said basically, this sucks. And when I would ask the same question to somebody in the United States and they would have the same opinion, they would tell me 10 great things, criticize one thing a little bit, and then criticize again.
I feel like too with clothes, if I was to say oh, does this look good on me? Instead of just saying no, that looks horrible on you, they would say in America, it's just not your color, or it's just oh, this other one looks better on you. You always have to make it hurt less.
Number 4 is probably shocking for everyone who ever visited Germany on a Sunday. The country literally dies out.
Which I think is good. It's hard to adjust to, but I think there are pros to it. But yeah, in America, everything is open on Sundays. Everything, I guess, except for Chick-fil-A.
In Germany, a lot of people still care a lot about religion, and Sunday is just a religious day to purposely not work, and so it's just really integrated in the culture by now.
The fifth cultural difference we're talking about today are roads.
In Germany, you want to get fast from point A to point B. You want to be efficient, you want to be fast.
The Autobahn in Germany was the craziest thing. You wouldn't feel like you were going that fast, and then you saw cars flying past you, and I was like, how fast are we going?
Only 100 miles.
And so in America, it's like the fastest you can go, 85 miles per hour.
Which is around 130 kilometers now.
Yeah, I feel like 75 miles per hour is typically what the average is.
Almost 70% of all German tracks on the Autobahn have no speed limit at all.
So, yes, the Autobahn. Our last cultural difference that we're going to talk about today are just some laws that are a bit different.
For me as a German, it's really confusing how the United States goes along with some restrictions. I think of cars. Are you able to drive alone with 16 or 17?
16. Yep.
With 16 you can drive alone?
Yes.
When can you start your driver's license?
At 15. At 15 you have your permit. Then you have to go through training. 16, you can get your license, but you're not supposed to have anyone else in the car with you. You need to be driving alone or with your parent. But yeah, 16 you basically can go.
Very interesting. In Germany, they say you have to have someone else in the car, and you're only allowed to drive when you're 17 and older, and then you're not allowed to drive alone until you're 18, and then you fully have the opportunity to drive a car by yourself.
So interesting.
On the other hand side, alcohol restrictions I think are much looser in Germany than they are in the United States, where officially you can buy beer with 16 and hard alcohol with 18, but a lot of people drink beer way earlier than 16 years old.
So crazy to me. I don't know if it's changing more now, but I imagine myself being like 13, 14, there's just no way that people were drinking alcohol. Maybe I'm just delusional, but who knows? But in America, you cannot legally drink alcohol of any kind until you are 21 years old.
And it's so fascinating, they really check up on that. They don't, like, if you're 20, or even if you look 25,
no.
They check your ID.
Like, everywhere you go, they have to check your ID. At the store, it says if you look under 50, like as a joke, they're like, if you look under 50, we're gonna check your ID. Like, it is so serious.
I hope you enjoyed our video about cultural differences. Let us know what other cultural differences you might have noticed visiting one of the two countries. And if you're interested to see more about our channel, we are linked over here with our own YouTube channel.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.